Hi, my name is Jake, and I've decided to start a YouTube channel. It'll probably be about movies and TV, with some films that I've made myself. To start, I've decided to make a video about Game of Thrones, which is my most recent obsession. It's my favourite TV show, so now I'm going to talk about my favourite characters on the show. Please beware that there'll be quite a lot of spoilers for the first 7 seasons. And enjoy. Number 10, Liyana moment. She may be number 10, but she has only been in 3 scenes, so that is pretty impressive. The main reason that she's on here is she's so entertaining, and her monologues are some of the best scenes in the whole show. I really hope she'll be back more for season 8. And also she's just really likeable because of her loyalty to House Stark. And she's just pretty cool overall. So yeah, number 10, Liyana moment. Number 9, Bronn. Bronn has some of the most funny dialogue. His scenes with Tyrion are amazing and some of the best scenes in the whole show. And I also think that his scenes with Jaime are great too. It's really cool to think just how far he's come from being a sellsword to now nearly being a lord. Yeah, he's one of the coolest characters. Number 8, Littlefinger. At first, to me, he kind of just seemed like another dodgy King's Landing person. But after a while, I kind of realised how truly evil he was, and how cunning he was, and it was really interesting just to see what he was up to, and where he went, and what he was planning. Also, in rewatching, it's really cool knowing what happens. The only thing that troubles me is his death, which I found a bit disappointing. 7, Tywin Lannister. Charles Dance was the perfect choice for Tywin. Whenever he's on screen, he steals the show, and he's really intimidating. He's always out for his house, and it's really interesting how obsessive he is with that. And I also really love his scenes with Aria, and his death is pretty incredible. Number 6, the Hound. The Hound is probably the coolest character in all of Game of Thrones. He comes from a really difficult background, and at first you really don't like him because he's just so unpleasant. But due to his cool relationship with Aria, which I think is his best scenes, he becomes someone that everyone loves. And I don't know anyone who wasn't really sad when he died. That was pretty horrible, but it was a great scene. Number 5, Cersei. And she might be the best villain in the show. She is a really complex villain, but she is definitely a villain. At first, she was just really unlikable and just a villain that you hated. But when you see her love for her children, you kind of have a little bit of it's kind of a redeemable quality. But then after that, she just becomes totally evil in season 7 and kind of a badass. But number 4, Joffrey. For me, Joffrey might have been the most fascinating character on Game of Thrones. That's because just how thrilling it was to see how evil he was. And his scenes were always so exciting and memorable, even though he was really hateable and he just was so happy when he died. But yeah, I think he might be the best villain. Number 3, Tyrion. For the first few seasons, Tyrion is so witty and funny, and he is always getting up to really interesting stuff and having great character interactions. But when he's not doing massive things like battling and stuff, after he starts joining with Daenerys, I feel he's just not as good, and that's why he's not number 1 for me. But his highlights are definitely season 4, and I also love how he's a good guy in a family you really don't root for. Number 2, Jaime. I think that Jaime might be one of the most complex characters that I've ever seen in any TV show or movie. And I think it's great how through his relationship with Brienne, eventually he becomes someone that you kind of. I remember when I was watching season 1, my dad told me that he kind of gets redeemed, and I was really shocked. But now I think he's quite a good character, and yeah, I think he's one of the best characters, definitely. Number 1, Aria. She may not have had the most like character change like Jaime, but her storyline is always really entertaining, and I love seeing like the more like brutal parts of Westeros through her point of view, and her relationship with the Hound is so cool. I think those are some of the best scenes in the entire show. Maisie Williams is also amazing as Aria. I'm sorry if I left out your favourite character, but it is a top 10 list. That's the end of the video, so you can like and subscribe if you want more. And thank you for watching.